Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli back with another review video, and of course continuing on reviewing Christmassy films, and now we're reviewing another I can't speak, another Rankin Bass film. What happened there? Which of course being, that's right, you read the title, A Year Without Santa Claus. Yes. I almost thought that Claus wasn't at the end, but yeah, it is. Jeez. What a way to start off this review. Anyway, so A Year Without Santa Claus from 1974, and during, the 1970s and with Rankin and Bass, their stop motion during the 1970s, this is another great and classic Rankin Bass Christmas film. And one notable thing from this, and well-known, most beloved from this film, which we'll get to later, like, I'll mention in a little bit, because, the story, it centers around, Santa, he's kind of sick, and he's basically going to take a year off, not going to do Christmas, and a year without Christmas, etc., one year break from Christmas, and Mickey Rooney, who is, of course, the voice of Santa, he would at times reprise the role of Santa in some of Rankin Bass's Christmas films, like most notably as Kris Kringle in Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and there was a sequel. I remember the sequel. I saw it on TV. I remember, the promos and getting hyped for this, leading up to it, and I remember watching this that I'm reviewing, A Year Without Santa Claus, before the sequel happened, which I'm still going to mention what the sequel is and who I'm going to mention in a couple of minutes. But yeah, Mickey Rooney reprised the role of Santa in that. Shirley Booth as Mrs. Claus. Yeah, she was great as Mrs. Claus. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I heard her voice in something else. I can't remember what it was. And then there's these two funny elves, Jingle and Jangle Bells. Jingle is the chubby one, and Jangle is kind of like the tall and skinny one. Jingle being voiced by Bob McFadden, and Jangle being voiced by Bradley Bulk. They were pretty funny, the two elves, and the one reindeer that are flying with, and at one point when they make their way to town, and I forget the name of the town, but does it say? I don't think so. Well, gonna continue reviewing this, so, as they make their way to town, they disguise the reindeer as a dog, and the reindeer gets mistaken as a dog and taken to the dog pound. And the reindeer not feeling too well because, needs to go back to the North Pole, so... And Jingle and Jangle, they come across a boy, a kid in the town, Colin Duffy, and... also, the boy's parents in this, I think were the best parents in this movie. They didn't care. They totally understood. They saw what they saw. They weren't shocked or frightened or just, what did we just see? No. They were cool with it. They were cool with what they saw, and, they believed in Santa. Awesome parents, for sure. Yeah. And of course, I hadn't forgotten to mention these two, the Miser brothers. Everybody remembers them, and they're one of the most beloved characters that came straight from this. Snowmiser and Heatmiser. Snowmiser being voiced by Dick Shawn, and Heatmiser being voiced by George S. Irvine? I think it's Irvine. I don't know. There's an H at the end of his name, so I'm just going to go with Irvine, because that'll be easy for me, so, yeah. Snowmiser and Heatmiser, yeah, they're great. I like those characters, I like those guys. And their songs are great, too. I find it strange, Snowmiser is first, his song, it's a bit fast, da-dum-dum-dum, but when we come to Heatmiser, his song's a bit slowed down, da-dum-dum-dum, da-dum, I don't know why. Why didn't they... I really don't know. I would prefer, if it was in the same speed as, Snowmiser's. But, I guess that's just how they did it. So, make a little bit of a change to the beat, the song, the music. So, from one to the other of Snowmiser and Heatmiser. But they were pretty funny in this and just going at each other. And Mother Nature, and the mother to Heat and Snowmiser, voiced by Rhoda Main. Rhoda Main? I think I got that right. Yeah, and like, the thing is, like, yeah, Mrs. Claus, along with Jingle and Jangle and, Colin from the town, they ask, Mrs. Claus asks Snowmiser to let it snow where Colin lives, because, it really doesn't snow there, but Snowmiser can't do it because, his brother, Heatmiser, always makes it hot down there, etc., with the sun. And, of course, they make their way to where Heatmiser lives, and, letting his brother, well, let me see. How does it go again? I think I remember now. Let it snow, like, allow his brother Snowmiser to let it snow at that town, and I guess, in exchange for, maybe, I really can't remember, but, you've seen it, and and as I record this, I had watched it not too long ago. What the heck? How can I not remember all of a sudden? Oh, well. But, yeah, but again, Snowmiser and Heatmiser were pretty funny, and later on in the film, because, Santa's still considering on taking a year off, but until he gets a letter, and we get the songs in this are pretty good, for sure. And one song in particularly, this one girl who writes a letter to Santa, Blue Christmas, and Christine Winter voices the girl, is the singing role. Well, that's pretty much it, just the singing role. With the tear and Santa getting emotional too, and he realizes that, he's Santa Claus. He does Christmas every year, delivering toys and gifts to all the girls and boys around the world. Yeah. And it has a nice ending to it, like the town, does get snow, and the town's mayor being kind of a jerk, but then realizing that, Jingle and Jangle weren't bluffing and with Santa, etc. So, yeah. And so it has a nice ending to it, and yeah, so A Year Without Santa Claus, it's another one of Rankin Bass's beloved and classic Christmas films, for sure. And you guys let me know what you thought of my review. Leave comments as always, give it a like, and I give this 10 out of 10. Once again, yeah, I give this a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for A Year Without Santa Claus. So I hope you enjoyed my review of The Year Without Santa Claus. Ugh. More reviews coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video/review video. And of course, continuing on reviewing Christmassy films. And this time, let me see. Yeah. Later tonight, stay tuned for when we now make our way to the 1980s. And this time, it does take place around Christmas, and I would assume it is a holiday film. It's a Christmas film, anybody wants to make it up, if in any way, just, if they consider it a Christmas film, you get the idea. And to put it this, and it's going to be obvious when I say this, don't feed them after midnight. Stay tuned tonight for that. Take care, peace out, and Merry Christmas.